Hey, all, it's Tom. A little story for you. Yesterday, I had some time, and I said to the wife, "So let's go Walmart. I got some gift cards here, and I'll use them up. I'm about some plastic worms and a couple of Rapalas for bass season and whatnot. So that's what I do with my gift cards. I buy fishing equipment with them. So while I was there, I said, wait a minute. They have them Hatfield shotguns here. I got to check them out because I have an old single barrel that was made in 1911, and it's worn out. It was my granddad's, it was my dad's, it was mine, and so I don't really want to beat it through the woods. It still fires, still shoots like a demon, but I just don't want to beat it through the woods. So I was looking for a 12 gauge, 2410, something like that. So I'm up there and I'm looking, and they had a really, really nice over and under 12 gauge and a 20. And I looked over the Hatfields. They are a well made gun. They're all steel, nice vented rib on them, wood, but they're sharp edges, they're not refined. Let's just call it that. But nice guns. I wouldn't hesitate to buy one. I think they're $127 now. I should have bought one last year when they were 99, but what can you do? So for 160 bucks with transfer, unfortunately, you got yourself a really good gun, a really good weapon, under $200. Savage also makes a Model 203, I think it is, which is real close to the partner model at NHF. And the Harrington and Richardson model. They're real close, but they're synthetic stocks, but they do have screw-in chokes. So it's a toss-up. Me, I just want, I like 410s. And it's light, it's foldable, the recoil doesn't hurt my neck. And worst comes to worst, I usually carry buckshot and a couple of slugs just for coyotes and stuff that I might run into. With all that being said, so I looked at that. I looked at a Mossberg Maverick. I don't like them. They're all black. I like the wood, the wood and the black or a camel. They had a really, really nice TriStar 20 gauge turkey model. Camo on it, mossy oak. That was nice. But it was really long. And when you're walking around the woods with the walker, I want something short. So I took the Hatfield out. I was looking at it. All right. So I looked at that semi-auto. I looked at a couple other ones. There was Mossberg's. Then he had a Remington 870, and 870 don't work for me because I'm left-handed. The safety's on the right side, so of course I had an Ithaca for years like that. The safety was on the right side, and just before I shot, I knocked the safety off, just reached around the trigger guard. So that wasn't really a big turn off. I could have worked around that. So now here's the reason why I'm putting this video out. Charles Daly used to be a very high quality weapon. Excuse me. You usually see them on trap fields and stuff. See this Charles Daly, $248. I was like, wow, that's affordable. 12 gauge pump. So I said to him, let me see that Charles Daly just for, S&Gs. So he hands me the gun. Now, see if I can get this right. I put the gun up to my shoulder. This is the stock, right? It's right against my shoulder. There's the gun. In case you're wondering, let me tell you this again. Stock gun. It'd be like me taking the stock of the gun and putting it here, and the front of the knife handle's way over here. So I said to the guy behind the counter, "Say, pal." He said, "Yeah." I said, "This gun's bent." "What?" He picks up, he says, "No, it's not bent." I said, "Pal, this gun is bent." "I don't know what you're seeing. It's not bent." "Give me the gun back." He gives me the gun. I look straight across the top of the stock. The gun's 3 inches to the right. Approximately, maybe 2. Either way. "Oh, no." So I had my wife look at it, and she said to me, "Well, I'm looking down the barrel, and I'm looking off the side of your shoulder." So I said to her, "Please don't stand in front of the muzzle of any gun." And she said, "Well, either way," she said, "I know it's not." I said, "Just don't do it, okay? Even if you see the action's open, there's no bullet, just don't." Okay. So she looks at it and she says, "No, this is bent." The guy picks up, "This ain't bent." So finally I said to him, "Listen, I'm not going to make a big deal out of this, but since you wanted to, do you want me to get a store manager over here? And if that gun's bent, you buy it for me. If it's not bent, I'll buy it for you." He's hemming and hawing, and he puts the gun down on the counter, and literally the gun goes. The guy walks up behind me, he's like, "Is that made specially for right-hand shooters or something?" It's like, "No, the gun's bent, man." So the guy's looking at it, and sure enough, right where the pistol grip comes down to stock, the stock is warped. So, you put him in his place, and the guy stopped his stupidity. So I'm looking over the gun. Where the stock meant the receiver, there's usually a bolt that goes up through there and bolts on the stock. Somebody had taken epoxy. According to him, it was fresh out of the box. That's how they got them. That's not a return or anything. So in the factory, somebody had taken epoxy and tried to epoxy the stock onto the receiver with a shim in it to move the stock back over where it should have been. So just a word to the wise, if you go to Walmart to look for guns, be very careful what you're choosing. So when I spoke to the guy, he said to me, "Well, Charles Daly's been bought out by Mossberg." So, "Oh, okay, I didn't know that." I said, "Yeah," and he said, it's in between the Mossberg and the Maverick, and I said, "Yeah, but still, this should have never left the factory." So that was just my little story. I thought it was funny, just arguing with this guy over whether the gun's bent or not, So the Hatfield, I made sure of the Hatfield. The Hatfield, I laid the barrel on the thing and measured it out, and it's straight. So that's probably going to be my new weapon for hunting season this year, is that 410. I liked it. It had a vent rib on it. It's wood. I'd be able to put a strap on it, carry it. It's light enough. And even if I didn't want to put a strap on it, I can always fold it up and set it inside my walker seat. Literally. I could set it right in that walker seat right there and just carry it around the woods when I get ready to when I see a squirrel or whatever, just, do my thing. So this is Tom. Just a fair warning for you. So I want to thank you for your time and your patience. If you're not subscribed, please do. Hit that notification bell. And we will see you guys on the next one.